Good day everyone, so I'm Malik Alhamar from Bitibit Automotive 3D, and today I will be discussing the topic the right to a balanced healthful ecology or Supreme Court ruling and its implications. So for next, we have a fundamental nature of environmental rights. So this topic which mean every one of us, bawat tao may parang dapat may access sa isang clean, healthy at sustainable environment. Maraming constitution sa mundo ang kumikilala sa karapatang magkaroon ng malinis na hangin, malinis na tubig or whatever it is, at isang healthful environment for our health is either mental or physical health. Never mind. So let's proceed to the constitutional link to health. So these environmental rights are directly connected to the constitutional right to health. Dahil dito, hindi lang sila nice to have, but they are essential for human survival and dignity. Proceed to judicial. To this one, mga short definition, you will read this and you will understand what I am saying, and I'm just explaining it right away. So in this judicial enforcement, these rights are often embedded in next. So which means the rights are embedded not only in constitution but also in international law. Ibig sabihin, they can be interpreted and enforced by the court. Globally, courts are increasingly recognizing even the concept of rights of nature. Na ang kalikasan mismo ay may legal rights. May karapatan dapat or alagaan natin yung ating kalikasan or nature. It is for our own. So next is duty to protect future generations. So what it is? And the principle of sustainable environment inherently place a duty on present generation. So one important implication is the duty of the present generation to protect natural resources for our well-being of nature generations. So this is the essence of sustainability. Sustainability or kung paano natin alagaan ang kalikasan or ang ating nature ngayon. Yun ang magdi-determine ng quality of life ng generation. So, sa atin nakasalalay yun yung healthy or generation ng other generation or next generation. So, let's proceed to the next slide or part 5. The Philippines as a global biodiversity hotspot. Slide. So, ito. Present diversity ng Philippines. Asa na? So, the Philippines is a global biodiversity hotspot because we are an archipelago with more than 7,000 islands. We have countries micro environments, mountains, forests, reefs, and more. Yun yung nagbibigay sa atin ng healthy or magandang hangin, magandang kalikasan, or yun yung kalikasan or nature, our nature talaga. That's why the Philippines is often called the center of marine biodiversity. As of 2025, the number of key biodiversity areas increased from 228 to 322 sites. So that's what is pressure on biodiversity in the Philippines mean. So let's proceed to the next slide. Major drivers of biodiversity loss in the Philippines. So we have three: population growth, climate change, and illegal wildlife. So it is a common to us sa mga climate change or illegal wildlife. You can read the definition in your own identity or whatever it is. So first, habitat destruction. Sa mga habitat na nadi-distract natin or nasisira ng ating mga basta only around 7% ng original old growth forest ang natitira. Mining, logging, and destructive resources use have caused massive habitat loss. So climate change, frequently typhoons, sea level rise, threats to food security. Yun yung parang climate change, pabago-bago ng ating mga climate or nakakasira sa ating kalikasan. Almost may typhoon, may mga sea levels or yung tsunami. Threats to food security. The Philippines is third most vulnerable country experiencing severe natural. So yung Philippines daw yun yung mostly parang tinadapuan or always nagka-climate change or nababago yung climate change niya. So illegal wildlife trade. So trafficking removes unique species from their natural habitats. So sa ginagawa ng mga yung mga nagaputol, parang pag always natin pinuputol yung mga puno sa ating mga forest, nawawalan ng natural habitats yung mga wild animal or wild trade natin doon. Climate change, we will back to climate change. Climate change also worsens biodiversity loss. The Philippines is a third most vulnerable country in the world. So yung illegal wildlife trade, so removes unique species from their natural habitat. Nawawalan ng habitats yung mga wild natin, yung mga animals natin. So let's proceed to part 7. Next part, which is systematic challenge to environmental protection. So we have 3 again: knowledge and awareness gap, weak law enforcement, political will and policy. So what it is? Many communities lack of knowledge about biodiversity. Mostly walang parang knowledge sa atin, wala tayong alam sa ginagawa natin na nasisira na pala yung kalikasan natin. Many communities lack knowledge about biodiversity and environmental protection. This limits citizens' participation and slows conservation efforts. So, yun yung parang weak law enforcement. So, there are law but enforcement remains weak. Corruption and systematic issues lead to persistent environmental crimes. So, dahil sa mga weak law enforcement, hindi masyadong mahigpit, naapektuhan yung mga kalikasan natin, nawawala yung mga habitats ng mga wild animals or whatever it is dahil sa corruption. Pero ang inuuna nila yung sarili nila kapakanan compare sa iba. Okay. Slide political will and policy. Saan yun? So let's proceed to next. Political will and policy. Insufficient commitment and slow policy interpretation exacerbate environmental degradation. So political will also change or a challenge. So implementation of policies makes environmental degradation continue. So let's proceed to last part of our discussion, which is a undervaluation of ecosystem service. So we have again 3: economic value of natural capital, market system exclusion, and implication for conservation. So you can read this definition on your own. As a natural ecosystem provide essential service, clean air. Natural ecosystem provide essential service like clean air, water purification, and pollination, which possess significant economic value through often unquantified and traditional markets. So this service have huge economic value. Ito yung pinaka-importante sa ating or valuable na economic data sa atin. Okay? If they are not measured in the market. So market system exclusion. Current economic system frequently exclude the cost of environmental degradation and the benefits of ecosystem service, leading to their depletion as they are perceived as free goods. So which means most economic system do not include the real cost of destroying nature. Kaya mas madalas parang free ang kalikasan. So people overexploit it dahil nga sa parang wala masyadong weak yung law natin, napapabayaan yung mga taga-sira ng ating kalikasan or nature. Parang free lang sila, play kunin, parang gi-create sila for our goods. So dahil nga sa abusado tayo, ayun, sira yung ating ecosystem, yung ating nature. Next, implication for conserving the unvaluation of this vital service results in insufficient investment in conservation efforts and unsustainable resources management, accelerating biodiversity loss and climate change. Because nature is undervalued or di natin pinapahalagahan, kulang ang investment, kulang ang conversation, this leads to unsustainable resources use, biodiversity loss, and worsen climate change. Nag-worse yung climate change natin, always tayo tinadapuan ng mga typhoon, ng mga Yolanda, yung mga, tawag sa tsunami, mga typhoons, dahil sa ating kalikasan or nag-climate change always dahil sa weakened na yung ating nature. So, in the conclusion of our discussion, protecting the right to a balanced and healthful ecology. So, para maging healthful yung ating ecology, yung ating nature, dapat we are the one who protect this. Ecology is not, so this is not just a legal requirement, but it is a moral duty. Ito yung duty ng bawat isa sa atin na alagaan natin mga nature, especially for the next generation. So we will not just doing this for ourselves, for our own, but it's for our generation, to our next generations. So, and as we saw in the Philippines, Bisaya man ka. So nakikita lang sa Pilipinas na parang serious na pressure on biodiversity. from habitat loss to climate change. Nawawala yung mga habitat sa mga animals, mga trees natin, di na fresh yung mga air and whatever it is in our nature. Doon na parang nasisira yung ating nature. Or yung ating biodiversity from habitat loss to climate change. So that's all from our discussion. Thank you for sa pakikinig. So any question and answer, just PM Brian Macrohon. Thank you very much.